What is Industry 4.0 and why is it relevant to the stock markets? Welcome to another episode of Money Matters. In my last video about why markets eventually rise, one of the key factors I discussed was the development and growth of productivity. I reflected on the Industrial Revolution as a key example of a seismic shift in productivity efficiencies. The first Industrial Revolution relates to steam-powered factories. The second Industrial Revolution relates to the application of electricity and its related technological advancements. The third Industrial Revolution was the introduction of microchips and mass digitization, leading to computers, the internet, and mobile phones. Many studies discuss what are the next catalysts of the next revolution. Some are just hype words, I believe, and just a natural evolution of technologies rather than being key components of the next revolution. Here are what I think will drive the next revolution. Autonomous transport, which is about the moving of people and goods across oceans, skies, land, autonomously using the power of AI and low latency 5G, which reduces our need for manpower, saving time and cost, and also our need on finite resources. Next is digital healthcare, which is about remotely connected healthcare solutions supported by 5G, and then later on semi and fully automated robotic healthcare solutions powered by AI and quantum computing power. Next is digital connectivity, which is an advancement of really current technologies where we're connecting billions of people around the world and also electrical goods, so we're talking about Internet of Things, but really taking this up to the next level where we can allow people to interact in new ways and then further implementing automation into our personal lifestyles. Cloud computing will further serve as a backbone for not just our personal data, but into all aspects of our personal lifestyle. Next is digital energy, which is about the connecting smart power grids and smart meters into platforms so that it can dynamically match energy generation with demand from new and traditional sources. Finally, digital manufacturing. This is a paradigm shift from traditional centralized mass production to more localized production, combining AI and cloud computing, prefabrication techniques and 3D printing to create goods in near real time with automated problem solving and efficiency improvements. And we'll continue to use and advance the use of big data to analyze, collecting a massive information to further drive up efficiencies. So these are the technologies that I believe will really drive the next revolution. These combined will revolutionize the way we live today, as did the past three revolutions. There are many technologies that each play a part in our advancement. And in development or on the horizon are the aforementioned 5G, AI, cloud computing, Internet of Things, big data, virtual reality, and augmented reality. And perhaps further down the line are quantum computing power, nanotechnology, and personal robots. These technologies will bring new possibilities that we can only imagine today. Of course, none of these technologies just appear. Their concepts have been in existence for many decades. As a movie buff, let me refer you to, let's say, Total Recall, Blade Runner, Demolition Man, Back to the Future 2, and probably the best depiction of the not-so-distant future, Tom Cruise's Minority Report. Human beings have long imagined what the future may look like, and whilst Marty McFly's hoverboard never came to market, there are many far more exciting technologies just around the corner. Not all companies are willing to be the first to pilot and adopt these technologies. It's not necessarily the case that the first to adopt will be the winners. Adoption of 4.0 globally has been slow and limited across all industry sectors, according to management consultant McKinsey. A PwC study found that only 5% of manufacturers in Europe, Middle East, and Africa are digital champions, compared with 11% in the Americas and 19% in the Asia-Pacific region. Being a first adopter does not necessarily guarantee competitive advantage. as a second adopter can learn from the first mistakes. Just ask Apple's Tim Cook about this. Winners are likely to be those who can make best use of the technology, not necessarily those who invent it. Technology advancements alone will not work. It requires retraining of staff to evolve their skills to higher value tasks. New technologies must fit in with our infrastructure, and our infrastructure must evolve to support it. Think about electric vehicles and the lack of recharging points when the first EVs hit the market. Tesla only know this too well, and they invested in their own proprietary network of superchargers, which has spurred on their success. Also, other technologies may be required to support it. For example, the need of a low latency 5G network for autonomous driving to work. It also requires social acceptance of these changes, convincing us that change will benefit our lives. In the end, the key driver for 4.0 is the interconnectivity of everything. We digitized everything in 3.0, and now we'll digitalize everything in 4.0. Advancements will also bring about the human desire to upgrade their lifestyle. Referring back to the third factor in the 3 Ps that drive markets to rise, personal inflation is the human aspiration to want more. For example, when the internal combustion engine cars are seen as dirty, inefficient, and undesirable compared to their autonomous EV cousins, people will be willing to upgrade. On that note, I also think that sustainability will play a key role in the future of these technologies. You can find my video about ESG on this channel. We're actually still some way off from 4.0. We're only just scratching the surface. We're making evolutionary steps towards 4.0, but it's only when we see these technologies combine and work in unison, interconnected with low latency smart data crunching, that's when we'll see the revolution occur. Markets will make huge leaps as consumption ramps up, and we see these new technologies replace old ones. The world will once again change beyond recognition, and science fiction becomes science fact. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Money Matters. Leave your comments below. If you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe. Put your comments below what you would like to see in the next video of Money Matters, and I will see you on the next episode.